My father stood over me after whipping my mom's cane into my stomach. She is faking her disability, he snarled as he threw her cane into our trash can. And as Denny, my father, walked past my fetal formed position, he stomped on my head. Don't go dumpster diving for it either. I don't know how long I laid there in pain. Frustrated tears flowed from my eyes as I wanted to snap at him. Have a car crash then, and when you're in pain, I'll throw your medicine out. Or, when you need some stability to even walk 2 feet to the bathroom, I'll make sure you're the one wetting the bed. But the words never left me. My head throbbed as it became clear why Denny liked dead ends, cul-de-sacs, or just an area that neighbors couldn't be nosy. I cough on the pavement of the driveway as I try to move. I look down to see blood. It wasn't until almost nightfall that my sister Maggie came out. She let out a dang under her breath. It wasn't right to have a 4-year-old saying that, but with the dried blood on my lips, I must have looked like a horror show to her. She walks over and helps me to the best of her abilities to get me to stand. My gaze is fuzzy, and the world seems to invert in itself with a spin. Groaning, Maggie, see that cane? Can you go grab it? I ask softly, trying to focus on her. Izzy, why are your eyes dancing? I hide my grimace at that. That was not a good sign. Please? I repeat, pointing towards the trash. Okay, sissy, she states happily as she goes and grabs our mom's cane. I ruffle her hair before almost falling sideways. Maggie uses her body to catch me and keep us both upright. Let's go to bed, I murmur in a haze as my voice sounds far away. Maggie leads us to our shared bedroom. As I lay on the bed, the last thing I see is Maggie's concerned face staring down at me. Then I woke up drenched in sweat. Maggie had a damp cloth on my forehead as she snoozed in a chair next to me. My head felt like it was on fire. It was dark out, but I had a feeling I had been out of it for a while. I poke Maggie lightly and she jumps up when she sees I'm awake. What? She passes me a glass of water as I drink slowly, soothing the Sahara Desert that was my mouth and throat. It's Friday night, Maggie says softly. Even with the burning migraine, my eyes snapped open. It was Tuesday, Maggie nods. My stomach dropped as I looked at Maggie. Gone to school? 8? Animals? She just nods at me. Just like you taught me. I nod slowly. Go to bed, Rat. I need to check on Mom. She doesn't fuss and does what she is told. The moment I entered my mom's room, I knew she had soiled the whole bed, had blistering and painful sores, and desperately needed a bath. The glazed look in her eyes told me Denny had hidden her medicine again. It took over 4 hours to get my mom feeling human and getting everything she needed plus more. I gently closed the door when she fell asleep, only to take a massive blow to my jaw. My head hits the wall as I cry out in pain. I will win. Have no doubts about that, Denny snarled at me. 9 years later, and here I stood before Denny pleading for him not to press charges against Maggie. I felt sick to my stomach as bile lodged in my throat. The group home and Maggie and I being wards of the state led to so many issues. Then later that month, with only 3 real visits, Denny was awarded sole custody to Maggie. I slept next to Maggie as she had begged me in fear to stay. My stomach churned as I went to get a glass of water. I told you I would win eventually, and in that moment, I knew how to save Maggie. For 2 years, I systematically destroyed our bond. It was the only way to destroy any interest Denny had in her. The worst part? It worked. Denny found me one day and punched me, with witnesses watching. You conniving, manipulative, fricking quote takes one to know one, I responded as I wiped my bloody mouth with an evil grin. I win, as the police dragged him away screaming in anger. I pressed charges against Denny that very same afternoon. The group home was shut down for taking bribes from the abusive parents. Maggie never spoke to me since.